Seated in this conference hall are executives and representatives of the U.S. Embassy Foreign Mission to Nigeria, the South African Embassy in Nigeria, representative of Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria, the Commissioner of Health Plateau State, the Director of Medical Laboratory Services HMB Plateau State. Others are Professor Edmond Bamwat, Chief Medical Director Juth, Professor Agbaji, Principal Investigator, Infectious Disease Unit APIN Center Juth, and Dr. Okonkwo, CEO APIN Public Health Initiatives. All gathered for one purpose: to inform the press and the general public that the Juth APIN supported laboratory, a government-owned facility with support from the United States of America through CDC administered by the APIN Public Health Initiative, is now an internationally accredited laboratory that meets international regulatory requirements for competency and quality. The official presentation of SANA's certificate. Juth is now the first laboratory in Nigerian teaching hospital to obtain ISO 15189.
So, congratulations.
Speaking to newsmen in Jos on the importance of ISO 15189 international accreditation, Professor Edmond Bamwat said it is a welcome development, as results from Juth can now read as same anywhere in the world.
We are expecting that the research that will be carried out will now bring services closer to our people, particularly in the outpost. We are trying to compare a point of care test. We are trying to carry out a test. Can we do this in a center like Zamco? What is it comparable to what obtains in the center? So once this is done, it means that patients that are in outposts will be receiving the same kind of test with those that are in the teaching hospital. So this will now carry it out in other centers around the country. So
the CEO APIN, Dr. Prosper Okonkwo, and other APIN executives speaks on the significance of the accreditation.
I think what we're celebrating before we even break it down is actually partnership of people having worked together over the years and bringing good results. That's one. Second one is we're also celebrating stewardship. The resources that we have brought to Juth by the United States government have been put to good use and is now yielding more fruits for more grants. But if you want to be more specific, we also are celebrating the presentation of the award of accreditation to the laboratory here in Juth. And like I'm sure you will have heard, of the 24 labs in Nigeria that we are prepared for this, Juth is only the second laboratory that is getting this accreditation. And the first one is a research institute. So strictly speaking, Juth is the first teaching hospital in Nigeria where the laboratory is being accredited internationally. And this accreditation enables them to do things because nobody anywhere in the world will be saying, are you sure the results from these labs are okay?
So besides the presentation of the accreditation certificate to Juth APIN laboratory, we are also gathered to commence a study on the use of point-of-care testing device, to provide viral load services. So a point-of-care testing device is a device that can easily be carried, that can be placed closer to the patient to provide services to the patient, within a very short period of time.
Private organizations, individuals can be more confident, and when they come to this lab and do those kind of testing, they are confident, and then even the lab itself can go a step further by commercializing its activities, so that and it will be easier for them to get clients to come because they know that, if you are done, then I'm sure that whatever is coming from this lab is authentic.
The team also inspected some proposed laboratory structures in Juth. From the Jos University Teaching Hospital, Priya Frederick, City Reports.